Joining me now to react, editor-in-chief of Decrypt, Daniel Roberts. Daniel, welcome, and it's good to see you. Funny
Thanks.
thing you said to me as you walked in here, you said the Big Short and the Hollywood movie isn't even the least of what's happening in this story. So what is it?
It's not even the only movie supposedly happening, Jackie, and I should mention that we at Decrypt are even making a mini web doc about this because everyone wants to tell this story. This is the biggest thing that has ever happened in crypto. Too bad that it's something so negative, but it is quite a spectacle. Michael Lewis's book, it already came out about a month ago that he was working on this. What was funny to me was when the publisher put out a press release right after FTX filed bankruptcy, the press release said something like, you know, Mr. Lewis was already working on this, embedded with Sam Bankman-Fried for months, but obviously this provides a surprise twist ending to the story.
Oh, wow.
And I sort of wondered at the time, well, what was the book going to be if this hadn't happened? I mean, was it going to be a book in which Lewis got hoodwinked? I would hope not, and I think he's very good. I'm sure he wouldn't have. But, you know, everyone kind of believed in this guy and this company, and then it all came crashing down. So you wonder what that book would have looked like if there hadn't been a collapse of the exchange. The other thing people should take away from the fact that this is a Michael Lewis book, and already reportedly Apple is bidding on the rights for this book that isn't even finished yet, is just how interested the public is in this. You know, I think that only a few things in crypto, even though Bitcoin's been around since 2008, only a few times has it really emerged into the mainstream, right? I mean, the pandemic set this stuff ablaze, the prices were popping, but it took the collapse of a mega exchange that was advertising, putting the face of the founder on signage. It had put its name on NBA arenas. It took the collapse of a company that prominent to get everyone interested and snap to attention. People want to understand what the hell happened.
I think it's so interesting that he was roughly in the Bahamas for a month after this broke, before he was arrested. But finally, he came back here, and the justice system, you know, is playing out. But now he's on house arrest. He got to go to California to stay with his parents. He's meeting with, you know, people that want to produce a movie about him, almost like he's almost treating it like he is a celebrity.
I mean, there were tweets from people saying right after he went out on bail, oh, here he is in the American Air lounge with his parents. I mean, you know, flying back to their house. They had to put up their house as against the bail bond, $250 million bail bond, largest ever. And I think people, when they see that Michael Lewis is meeting with him for this book, they wonder, is this guy going to profit from his own story? The answer is probably yes, but it remains to be seen how much jail time he serves. And the initial judge on this case already had to recuse herself due to a conflict of interest. Her husband's law firm had previously repped FTX. So, you know, many, many tentacles are connected to this company and this founder.
Speaking of profits and assets and whatever's left, some of the people who were heavily invested in FTX are saying, you know, whatever is left, somebody should be going through this and be distributing it in some way so that there's not more time for it to be siphoned off, that investors should be made as whole as possible at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be the job of John Ray, who is the bankruptcy liquidator, same guy who did Enron.
Right. And
that's going to be really interesting. You're right to bring that up, because these two kind of tracks will play out in parallel. One is the criminal charges. You know, how long is Sam Bankman-Fried going to go to prison? Will he go to prison at all? Some people were skeptical about Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos. Well, now we see what happened. You know, she is going to serve time.
But she finished her trial. Do you think he's going to cut some sort of deal?
There are reports today that he's going to enter a plea. Now, that does not mean necessarily a plea deal.
Yeah.
But he is going to give a plea, and some kind of deal is likely to get made instead of a trial. That's what it looks like right now. But it changes every day. And then the other track going to play out is John Ray clawing back money to make customers whole. As you said, you know, how many lawsuits are going to be filed against people other than Sam Bankman-Fried? Anyone that they can try to say he has even a tiny bit of legal liability to try to get back some of those funds, exactly as, you know, Irving Picard did in the Madoff case, the trustee there. So both of those are going to continue into the new year. For the next few months, it's going to continue to be the biggest story in crypto and probably in all of finance.
The girlfriend, Caroline Ellison, was the head of the trading arm. She flipped on him. Another one of their partners flipped on him. I imagine that those people are getting a much better deal as a result of what they can offer here, which would put him in a very bad spot.
Yeah, Caroline Ellison was the one running Alameda, which, of course, the reason all this happened is these were never really two separate entities. You know, FTX and Alameda were supposed to be separate companies. They really weren't. And one was basically a piggy bank for the other. And now we're seeing the fallout from that. I think when people see that those two in particular flipped on Sam and cut deals, they want to know, are they going to be able to avoid jail entirely? Because that would not be quite right.
Yeah, the details there are not clear right now, but I'm sure they will come out. Great to see you.
Thanks, Jackie.
Thanks so much for stopping by.